Hello students, in this video we are going to compare the embedded system with the general purpose processor. In the previous video we studied about the general embedded system. So let's come to the overview. We are going to discuss about the embedded system. We are going to understand the mobile phone as an embedded system. Then we will talk about the comparison between an embedded system and a general purpose processor. To begin with, let's take a definition of the embedded system. An embedded system can be defined as an information processing system embedded into the enclosing products which are larger in nature, such as cars, aeroplanes, the telecommunication, fabrication equipments, or even the household gadgets. Such systems comes with a large number of common characteristics. Some of the common characteristics of all the embedded systems are that they are in real-time constraints, dependability as well as the efficiency requirements. When you talk of the dependability, so these are the criteria such as the requirements, the maintainability, the criticality of the system, the safety, and the security. And when you talk of the efficiency, it is the runtime efficiency, code efficiency, etc. Embedded system technology is essentially for providing ubiquitous information. That means you can process anytime, anywhere. Then let's consider a case of a mobile phone. Generally, the mobile phone these days, they are equipped with a number of other facilities like the camera, the FM radio, to the telephone. So what as a user you can do with this mobile for these kind of things? You can do a lot of adjustments, like you can adjust the zoom, you can adjust the screen brightness, you can adjust the ringtone, and some more different applications. So all these controls that you do from outside, basically these are done by a processor which is inside the smartphone, or a controller which is inside this smartphone. Since the processor or a controller is embedded inside a larger product, we call the processor as an embedded processor. And the complete mobile phone itself, which houses these functionalities like the digital camera, FM radio, processor, and so many other things, so that is called as an embedded system. Let's now see the differences between a microprocessor and a microcontroller. So when you talk of the microprocessor and a microcontroller, in the language of the embedded systems, we call them as embedded processors or embedded controllers, since they will always be part of some of the larger products. So we need to compare the embedded systems with the general purpose systems. When you talk of the processors or the controllers which are embedded into the larger products, basically they carry out only a specific dedicated functions only. But while we talk of a general purpose systems or processors, they are for different kind of tasks. We can change their hardware as we wish, we can change their software as we wish, and carry out number of different functionalities. But this is not the case for the processors or the controllers which are embedded into the larger products. However, from the point of only the processors and the controllers, the chip contains only the processor, that is the CPU, but in the case of controller, it is a system on a chip. The processor is more flexible. We can go on adding the software and the hardware, but a controller-based system is less flexible. We can have very few IOs and many IO devices, but in case of the microcontroller based, less component count in the system, which is less powerful. Then let's also see the differences between the embedded system and the general purpose computers. We said it is intended to run a fully general set of applications. When we talk of the general purpose systems, whereas an embedded system, it runs only few specific applications. Then the general purpose processor system is an end user programmable, which is not the case with the embedded system, which is probably programmed only once during its life cycle. So before the program can be changed, it is better we think of discarding such a system. About the general purpose system, we say faster is always a better. But this is not the case with the embedded systems, wherein we say that operates in a fixed runtime constraints. Additional performance may not be useful or valuable. When you differentiate these two, we say in the general purpose systems, it is the speed that matters. We always talk of the speed whenever we go for purchasing the general purpose systems. But this is not the case with the embedded systems, where we talk of the functionality of the system itself as first. Then software compatibility, the cost, etc. are the concern there, but here they are not of concern because there may be systems such as safety critical systems in the case of embedded systems. So cost doesn't matter there. We are basically interested in the performance of the system, whether it does the actual things for us or not. Well, that's all for the comparison between the embedded systems and the general purpose processors.